Ben 10 has some of the most spectacular alien designs of all time. All so unique with awesome powers that made every fan of the show wish that they had an Omnitrix of their very own. One of the abilities I've tried to master over the years is drawing, so let's take a crack at a few aliens. What's howling, everybody? I'm Batwolf, and in this Art Time episode, we're going to be drawing all 10 of the original Ben 10 aliens. I love Dave Johnson's original designs, and I wanted to pay homage by making this my biggest Art Time episode yet with 10 designs. So, with the geek facts out of the way, let us begin.
Hey, I'm on fire, and I'm okay.
Starting with Ben's first ever transformation is the Pyronite alien Heatblast. This alien is perfect if you want to fulfill your Human Torch fantasies, not to mention if you want to do those epic fireball combos. Just be careful if you're around forests.
This would be so cool if it weren't so not cool.
I first began this drawing by making sure that I labeled which parts I wanted to make fire and which parts I wanted to make rock. I then added a dark red to the rock and I applied the yellow for the fire. Then I added a layer on the top so I could add flames on the top of his head, hands, and feet.
I'm totally hot.
If Ben ever needed some muscle and needed to punch his way out of a situation, there was no better alien at the time than to choose forearms. While it was revealed later in the series that the alien feedback is Ben's favorite, I do believe in the original series that the Tetraman forearms was his favorite, as it was always his go-to alien, especially if it involved a big fight. I decided to put forearms in an epic superhero landing. I really wanted these drawings to come to life, so I added tons of textures and a lot of details, including in the eyes.
You're messing with the wrong kid, Squidthing.
Now it's time for the Hound of Ben 10, and no, I'm not talking about the werewolf alien. We're talking about the acrobatic, razor-clawed Vulpromancer, Wildmutt. One of the most memorable of Ben 10's original aliens, as he has the unique look of having no eyes but still having 360-degree vision. I drew Wildmutt snarling at the viewer. I enjoyed drawing this perspective and imagining how the quills would look, which is why I added all of these micro hairs to them. If you want to get straight to the point, Petrosapiens are big crystal-like people. But to Ben Tennyson, Diamondhead is one of his most effective aliens in his original arsenal, with his ability to morph his own body, summon crystals, and deflect and redirect energy.
I bet it's gonna be cool.
This design simply had one of the coolest color schemes out of all the aliens I drew. I drew the diamond parts with a thinner brush so that way you could really see the color underneath. When lighting and shading designs, I typically use the same brush. However, in this case, I used the luminous brush on the diamond parts to show a difference between himself and the clothing. This design was probably my favorite and looked incredible.
Oh yeah, who's bad?
Having strength and destructive power is great, but we also need some brain power in the mixture. And there is no superior brain power than with gray matter. Originating with the Galvan species, coming in with great skills in invention, athletics, and of course, intelligence, which Ben has used to his advantage many times.
So this is what it feels like to be smart.
One thing I was keen on bringing attention to in this design was his eyes. I wanted to see a slight glint of space within a Galvan's eyes, showing how imaginative they are. And of course showing that agility I spoke of through his stance.
All it takes is a short circuit and a little gray matter.
Speaking of the Galvan, this next species was actually created by the Galvans, which are called the Mechamorphs. This species can latch onto technology and bring about its true potential. In other words, upgrading it. Ben has used Upgrade to create some incredible combinations for the art of combat. Gym equipment, RVs, helicopters, you name it, he can upgrade it.
You wanna play hardball? Game on!
I bounced between ideas of keeping him in his liquid or solid state. I landed on this idea of keeping him in the middle of that, of reaching out to another device to maybe upgrade it. I kept this pretty loyal to the original design, but used the luminous brush to highlight the green parts, which made this look super cool and really technological.
That's what I'm talking about.
Speeding into Art Time is the Kinoceleran Accelerate. Being able to run up to 500 miles, this alien was incredibly useful to Ben. Though there have been other speedsters in Ben's arsenal, I do believe not only that this one has the best design, but this is by far the coolest alien that has the speed ability.
I'm on it.
I made sure to take special care in each of these designs, as I know each alien is somebody's favorite, but this one took multiple sources to combine.
You think that's cool? Watch this.
If you press the button on the Omnitrix and you smell something repugnant, have no fear, as you most likely have transformed into the Lepidopteran Stinkfly. While he doesn't measure to the others in terms of strength and durability, this alien is still very useful, with tons of additional abilities like flight, slime projection, and creating his own gases. Not to mention the additional use of his stinger and enhanced speed and reflexes.
When you got the moves, use them.
Like Accelerate, I had to find which individual parts to combine to then create into this epic design. Using the magic brush, I selected each layer including the wings, and then added a motion blur to make it look like it was actually flapping.
I'm Stinkfly, and I'm here to kick some tail.
Coming into the next spot is somebody who freaked everybody out in the early 2000s, Ghostfreak. From the ectoneurite species, Ghostfreak is able to go through walls, possess others, and become invisible. And while they're in their terrifying but cool true forms, they can fire energy blasts and use telekinesis. Keeping it mostly loyal to the original alien design, I wanted to make sure that they added these really sharp and long fingernails. I also made sure that I used a different type of shading and lighting for this alien than the others, as to show that there's something different about it, using a more purple color rather than the greens.
You want to see something really scary?
With a weapon like the Omnitrix, you are able to rule the land and skies. And of course, that also includes the seas with this next alien, Ripjaws. Kind of a reverse Aquaman situation, Ripjaws is a Pisces bullet, capable of swimming as fast as a military torpedo. He also has jaws that can rip through steel, and a glowing lure, which I am assuming is for prey. Taking inspiration from, of course, the anglerfish, I decided to go with the full tail look and make it look like he's actually swimming within the water and turning towards the viewer.
You picked the wrong day to be an alien, pal.
So here's my version of the original Ben 10 alien designs. If you enjoyed this video and you like Ben 10, please check out my new live action pitch for a Ben 10 movie. And while we're on the subject of Ben 10, please check out the Haze channel as they're working on a Ben 10 video game. It has a lot of aliens in it, customization, and really cool designs. And clearly speaking, as a longtime fan of the series, I have to say that this game is super loyal to the source material. They're not affiliated with this channel whatsoever, but I wanted to give them a shout out nonetheless. That said, thanks for watching, and this is Batwolf, howling out.